The purpose of this video is to give you more insight into the Week 4 challenge, which is an AI role-play contract challenge. Contracts matter. This summer alone, I've had 3 students reach out to me with contract problems in their businesses. Had they taken the time to do a contract, they would not have been in trouble. One of them said, I said, hey, did you do a contract? And this is a fairly significant amount of money. And they replied to me, well, I have some text messages. I could try to make a contract out of that. If you wanted to hire me as an attorney, I probably wouldn't do it, wouldn't waste my time, because here's what a judge is going to do. They're going to say, you need to learn a lesson. If you're going to own a business and you relied upon an exchange of text messages for this significant amount of money, that's not good business. The judge is not going to listen to 2 parties argue over the meaning of different text messages. The judge will spank both of them and they'll both end up suffering. So real life contracts matter to all entrepreneurs, every level. The purpose of this activity, I don't like busy work. I want to give you practical experience drafting, negotiating, revising contracts. Never simply pull a contract offline and use it. If you want to use a template, that's fine, but read the darn thing. Make certain that it fits your specific situation. Contract law does vary from state to state. What is a valid contract in Michigan might be slightly different from California. And the case law might interpret that language differently. AI can give you about 60% of a contract. Never going to be able to give you 100% of a contract. It's just not there yet in terms of development. The problem is most people aren't lawyers, and so they'll say, hey, ChatGPT, give me a contract, and it kicks one out, and you look at it, this is great, this is perfect, but it's not. But you don't know the difference between a valid contract, a strong contract, and a weak contract. Want you to learn skills using AI to role play, to negotiate. And so you're going to get legal literacy skills, negotiation skills, your judgment skills. How do you think like an entrepreneur and solve problems like an entrepreneur? And just increase your ability to leverage the power of AI. Expectations. AI is a partner, not a shortcut. Do not just cut and paste from AI. I'm not in a position where I have to prove that you used AI to do that. I'm simply going to look at it, and in my judgment, as a 24-year experienced business lawyer, does this look like you did it? Or does it look to me like AI did it? Feel free to do iterations, edits, revisions, and track those. That will get you the most points on this thing, on this assignment. If you tell me, hey, started with this contract, negotiated, had AI review it with me, suggested these 3 tweaks, made those tweaks. Define all those steps for me. For AI is a tool. So tip number 1, AI is a tool. It is not a substitute. It is not a cheat. You can push back on AI's proposals. There's a prompt in the homework assignment that tells AI its role. And you should not blindly agree with AI because you are negotiating, so you can push back. You can make counter offers to AI, and you can accept or reject what AI offers or counter offers. It is very important that all of you use the standard role play prompt that I put in the homework assignment. If you do not, we're all going to get different answers, different contexts, and it's not going to work. So I need you to add your own specific details for your venture. What type of business is it? Other details that are helpful. I also want you to feel free to have follow-up discussions with the AI role play. Try to come to where AI is saying X, you're saying Y. What can you balance between the two? What matters most in this assignment? The notes, the negotiation notes. Feel free to screenshot those. Do copy and paste them out onto a doc would be best. I really want you to explain why you made the changes to the document. AI's answers do not equal the final submission. You're putting together a package. The initial contract that you put together with your unique details, you're going to, using the prompt AI to assume the role of a customer, and you are going to negotiate the contract, and those changes that you negotiate are a separate deliverable. So the original contract, the negotiation, and then I want you to merge the negotiation with the contract and produce the final contract. So 3 things. Would also really like you to focus on having at least 3 of these clauses: payment, confidentiality, dispute resolution, termination. Again, I am being very liberal with your use of AI in this class. I encourage it. However, I want you to cite it. So a simple citation, the reason to do that, professionalism. The world is okay with the use of AI. We just want to know when and how it's used, so it doesn't come through as misrepresentation of your work entirely.